and it's actually Crisby that's left the game.
Two players.
Two players.
Three.
Three. Yeah,
okay.
What's going on? Maybe they're disagreeing about server? Is this some sort of protest coming out from aTTaX? No, they're all joining back in now.
Dirty protest.
They're all back in. They might have had mini-map glitch or something along those lines. Hard to say. Either way, it doesn't matter. We won't read too much into it. They'll get back underway in just a second's time. And we'll get things rolling with yet another game.
Yeah, it's our second best of 3 tonight. The winner of this does go to join us at the LAN at the end of the month.
Everyone's saying KZ now.
So that's what we went with, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what everyone's saying now. We have this slight delay. Some people are saying Kazua. Kazuya.
How can there be so many
Look,
different
it's
variations?
actually like unanimous that it's
Kazuya.
Kazuya.
How, well, to be fair, like, I love these debates that happen all the time. Like, how are we possibly going to know? Like, that doesn't, his name does not spell Kazua. So,
Well, we're going to go with Kazuya because that's what everyone's saying.
what are we doing?
Kazuya.
Kazuya.
That seems to be the popular opinion.
Okay, we'll do that.
So, Kazuya it is. Okay. I'm loving the TK damage. Let's just do it. Cobra. Kill them all. We are still waiting for one more to join back in, though. Kazuya. Now, the other name that I'm going to mess up is the other one that's not here right now. Maktig?
Yeah, that would do. You've got to say it more than I have.
That's the problem, isn't it? I'm the one that gets thrown under the bus for all of these situations. I was famous for butchering names when I first started casting. I just used to assume that every Canadian player was French, even though I'm Canadian, and that's a really big assumption. And I just would butcher pronunciations, assuming that it was French. People were like, dude, what are you saying? I'm sorry.
I'm speaking French. I'm doing it. I'm
En
finally
français?
doing it.
Oui? No. Oh.
Sacre bleu. Well, still waiting for the 5th aTTaX player. I assume they had some... They all left at the same time. Maybe there was some sort of real issue going on. Maybe they all live together, Matt. They have a little house together.
It's possible.
Imagine that.
What a concept, a gaming house, Henry. We should come up with that concept.
We've done a gaming apartment,
That's true.
but we mainly just played H1Z1.
That's also true. God, we need to get back to doing that.
That was fun.
That's the only thing that we should be doing. Keeps us out of trouble. Crisby. There we go. We got our 5th player back in. Do we? No, I lied. I thought we did.
They just said he's restarting his PC, so...
There we go.
Oh, I guess
restart
okay.
CS worked for them.
So I'm looking at the chat. It looks like I think most players had the Steam logon bug, and you have to either restart Steam or restart your PC if you want to be really efficient with it. And
obviously not an SSD.
What? Oh, I see what you mean.
So you back by now.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah. I remember the first time I switched to an SSD. It was like a revolutionary moment for me because my computer was god-awful with its former drive and restarting, and it literally would take upwards of 6 minutes.
6 minutes?
It was ridiculous, dude. You have no idea. It was the slowest thing in the world. Well, it was a slow drive die, and I was just too lazy to buy another drive. I figured, all right, I've got everything backed up. It'll just go when it goes, and I'd gotten so used to it that I didn't really care. I would restart it, walk down the hall, go upstairs, get a drink, grab a snack, come back, and it would just about be ready to go. First time I restarted with an SSD, I actually restarted twice because I didn't think it had restarted yet. And I was like, whoa, this is incredible. Yeah, it was a revolutionary moment for me.
Well, enough insight to Sega's pasta. We've got loads more stories like that lined up.
That wasn't my past, that was last week.
Oh, I'm kidding. Well, hopefully he'll be back in any second. I love filling time with you. Is there any other stories we could talk about that's happened recently? We covered most of the hot topics over Christmas.
We did cover most of the hot topics over Christmas.
A couple of them made Reddit.
A couple of them did make Reddit. I don't think there's been much else to report. I mean...
Gloves?
Gloves.
That's about the main thing.
That's the biggest thing lately. I mean, obviously, there's been a couple more announcements. The DreamHack Masters schedule. Well, I shouldn't say schedule. The first event, Malmo's announced. That's going to be pretty big.
ESL Barcelona was announced today as well.
That's right. Yep, that's a big one as well.
So it's quite cool seeing these events, like the DreamHack one especially. The fact that we're getting 250k prize pool still when it's non-major events, kind of standalone, self-supported ones that are still putting up the same sort of prize money.
Well, see, this is my opinion on that whole thing. The whole $250,000 has become the standard, so everyone's just like, okay, all we have to do to be viable option for the competition is to match it. So everyone's doing the minimum at this point. If someone were to go, okay, you want to do 250,000? Next tournament we do, guys, ESL Barcelona 1 million. And then someone's got to respond. And then the bar gets raised again. But it's a scary thought at the same time, because if everyone were to raise the bar at once, or if one person raises the bar too far, that's when you start to... We're already seeing it with sort of the potential, well, obviously the tournament league, but the potential ESL league. We haven't heard if there's going to be an announcement about that this year or not. It looks like so far it's just going to be events, but smaller orgs fading out, smaller tournaments fading out. If someone goes to $1 million and someone can't keep up, then they fade out right there. But
one thing
it's going to have to happen at some point.
One thing I wanted to ask you about. Obviously, we had Turner yesterday.
Yes.
Did you get to watch any of it? I know you had it on your phone for a little bit. What was your main thoughts on like the production as a whole?
Thorin roasted Shaq.
That was a highlight for me. Like he's normally like the king of banter in CS anyway, but he reads like godlike status. He's going against Shaq. Like, I would be scared to even talk to that guy, and he's just roasted him live on air in front of millions of people. That's pretty insane.
That was respect. I already had respect for Thorin, but now that was impressive to have the balls to do that on live television the first time. Even
the movie reference did as well. Like
that one felt a little more forced, but that's Thorin's style.
It was definitely like he had it prepared, but still like the fact that he had it ready, like it was just pretty cool.
Yeah, the weight loss one did it for me though. That was great. I thought overall it seemed fairly good. They let CS stay within. I didn't get to catch all of it. They started and actually finished within the time that we were casting 2 best-of-3s last night, because our series went quite a while last night. I felt that it was good that they didn't force anything crazy on CS. They didn't try and manipulate it into their format. It wasn't, CGS all over again.
They didn't turn it like to a game show or like something ridiculous.
Even worse than that, or maybe not to that level, but even if they try and over-dramatize it, if they try and force casters to overemphasize things, they let Anders Semler and TDK be informative to keep up and also try and explain things to new audiences, and they let CS be CS with the idea of trying to introduce it to a new concept. So I thought it was good that they're letting it stay within its own identity.
How do we feel that's going to go forward? It's like there's kind of a lot of speculation on how many top teams will actually be a part of the Turner League, whether it's going to be predominantly like an NA sort of setup with some of the lower European teams in there. Do you feel like that's a good idea? Like, do you think that's going to affect its outcome?
That's yet to be determined. I mean, there's not a lot of other stuff going on. Obviously, I think adding this minor system adds more weight to the major structure, as we were already seeing. So there's more Tier 2 team stuff going on there. There's going to be some conflict, for sure. I mean, the ESL Pro League, whenever it's re-announced, whenever they decide to do that, and they haven't announced the prize pools or anything yet for this season in ESEA even, which indicates that there might be a shift there to keep up with Turner.
Sure.
Which is, again, goes back to doing the minimum, right? Now they have to match Turner. It's going to be interesting what teams end up where and how much time there is.
I think it's
that's allotted to some of the teams. There's definitely more opportunity for lower teams this year.
There's a lot of unanswered questions right now as to where it's going, which is great. Like we like you said, there's a lot of opportunities for lower teams to get involved in this sort of stuff and have the spotlight put on them for once instead of just the same old top 10 teams, but which is cool. But at the same time, like Turner, it feels like after watching yesterday, it's on national TV, right? That's like a really big deal. Yeah. And it feels like that should have all the top teams in the world there. But
it feels that way.
I don't think it's going to have that from what I've seen or heard so far.
Yeah, and the rumors I'm hearing as well are that it won't have every single top team. There are some that are committed elsewhere, and that's, again, this has been kept fairly hush. This has been one of the best kept secrets in CS. It's also one of the most stressful things to have to think about when we have no idea what the landscape is even for next year, or this year as it is now. But I have heard that there's going to be a split at some stage. I don't know what, we don't know when, but that's opportunity, is it not? Not only that, if you, I guess it's kind of a weird one. I guess baseball and MLB would be the closest, where you've kind of got 2 split leagues, and then they meet in the World Series.
I don't know how that works.
Right. It's a loose one. A better one would be, let's say you don't follow hockey. Anyway, if you have 2 different leagues with 2 different champions who then meet at one tournament, well, where's that tournament?
That like in hockey, is it different regions that they do?
Well, I was going to use a hockey reference where the KHL in Russia, the best team would play off against the best team in the NHL, and winner that could be declared best team in the world, right? Type of thing. Now, if you have split teams and the majors are still around, then there's an even greater emphasis on the majors in some way, because that's when you're seeing everyone. That's the one time that you do get.
Are you saying you want it to be like more like a circuit sort of thing, or 2 separate worlds that just finish?
I'm just saying if that happens, and if they are divided, then that would make, to me, the major have even more merit. That would literally be, okay, we've seen these guys win this and we've seen them win this, but they never play each other, so who's better? It changes the rankings up, but Kappa Z, I like it. If there's a major with everyone there, then that is the undisputed sort of world championship type of thing.
Yeah, well, I just liked to see it yesterday. It's kind of crazy just to even see Shaquille O'Neal, that's like talking with Thorin on air, right? That's nuts to begin with. Like, he's like one of the most famous people in the world, and he's getting involved in commenting on esports in a positive way. So I think it's just it sets the tone for the year for esports in general. That the fact we're getting this mainstream recognition now, and it's kind of getting to the level where we've all been working so hard in this industry for the last 10 years or so, and finally it's kind of coming to a point where we're getting noticed by everyone. Like, people are starting to realize, okay, this is actually for real.
And the sad part about that is there's some really good things. Don't get me wrong. It's all good things. I'm super thrilled. But the sad part about it is that it's a business validation at this point in time. A lot of the people getting involved, we're here because we're diehards. We're committed to it.
Every sport's a business
right,
still, right?
Exactly. So all the sponsorships that are going to come in now from corporations are going to be there because of the demographics, less so because they believe in it. But if we can convince people of its merit, then we're going to win the battle.
Especially with CS, as long as we can still be in charge of what we're doing, like the people who built it up to what it is now, as long as they're still the people making, or at least influencing the decisions, I think we'll be okay. But anyway, that's another rant done for now. We're going to be getting into the game. It will be aTTaX starting on the T side. Looks like all 5 players committed towards that B area. They've got 2 utility players, 3 sets of armor. This is going to be a quick explosion. And the CT's not showing too much aggression towards B. Going to be playing quite passively here. That's the flashbang. Potentially should have faced off, but still holding tight in that corner.
Oh, perfect flash. They're going to check it. First in goes left, so second goes right, and that's exactly where he was waiting. And McTig goes down as well. I'm going to butcher that name until someone corrects me otherwise, but the farmer, he's rotated over quickly to try and cut off anyone rotating out from checkers. Unfortunately, the bomb's already down, and there's no need for anyone to rotate. There's no need for a cross. All 5 players from aTTaX can stay alive, stay hidden away, burrowed in their positions. This Kaboom's going to have to try and come in from heaven. And Farmer, still alive at tree, has to come up with something even more clever. Kaboom's got armor, so I think he's already electing to just run away and save that. There's nothing left for Farmer. He might as well just figure out if he can get some frag money at this point in time. There's no harm, no foul in his efforts, but his choice to save armor on the first round's not a bad one for Kaboom, because we often see that second round force kill them for the utilities in round 3, or 4 at that matter.
Well, the fact they haven't got a single kill here, it's going to be a difficult force anyway, but let's see what they bring to the next round. He manages to pick up a bit more cash. You can see Kaboom's on 1800 now. So they could do PT50s or 5-7 head armor. Let's see what they decide. There will be a force buy coming in. We'll be able to work out who the AWPer is for aLiGon as well. It's going to be, I was going to say, looks like it's to be Cobra, but he's actually for sport as well. Kaboom has actually saved quite a lot of cash. He spent all that as well. So
he upgraded to head armor. He just had chest originally, so he spent another $350.
No, you spend. I don't think he had full armor. You only get the 350 if you have 100 body armor. So if you don't have that, you have to pay the full amount.
I didn't think he took any. Okay, I could be wrong. I thought he didn't take any damage, but you could be right actually on that one. So
yeah, you have to pay full whack if it's not 100.
That's a bit silly for him to bother then.
He did have $1,500 and all of a sudden it disappeared. So maybe he did this to try to say, all right, guys, I'll join you. Bit of solidarity. I'll ruin my cash as well. Anyway, not really that interesting, but just something to note. 5 and 4. aTTaX who pick up the first kill onto the farmer. And they'll be making their way into the B site now.
Xylos, though, has dropped the bomb forward in that smoke, and the CTs are actually making a case for this. As Xylos again will pick up Crisby. It's now down to 3 versus 3, and an AK's picked up as well on Xylos. That gives him a good angle. The bomb directly beside him. He can try and just hold this from headshot as they sit and wait, and the AK is going to do exactly that. Kazuya is going to go into the site, down already, and Kaboom finishes it off. That's 2 great headshots, so never mind Henry if he spent all his money, because he's made it back easily. 4,050. I was going to say 40-50, but easier to follow. $4,050 made in that round.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. That aTTaX got the first 2 frags out. I think there's a 5 on 3 at one point. The bomb gets dropped in a pretty precarious position towards headshot. The AK gets recovered, and they really do capitalize. aLiGon bouncing back pretty heavily there. aTTaX not going to be investing too much into this round. They will be getting Desert Eagles and a Tech 9, but not going to get the armor. It's not the full force by coming in here. And it's put aLiGon in a very strong position indeed, as they do get 4 rifles, and a UMP, and they continue the fragging here as they initially get the first 2 kills. KZ, I forgot what we were going with, gets a kill back in return to bring it down to the 4 on 3. What did we say it was? Kazuya or something?
Kazuya.
Yeah, that's the one. How have we got that from KZY?
Apparently that's just his former alias, and now it's expected that even though he doesn't play as often as we see him, that everyone knows it. Thankfully, Twitch chat's here at our side. AliGon's going to pick up the second round, or rather their second round, the third overall, as convincing as the other. With the guns this time, as that eco is still rather impressive, considering it was a 3-on-3 before they entered the site.
Yeah, well, AliGon now.
This is smart as well. Reinvesting into the SMGs rather than picking up a fourth rifle. This will build up money for Matig right now.
Let's see what he can do with it. He's got the MP9 in hand. It looks like the bomb will be heading over towards B storage for aTTaX, but 3 players are going to be potentially boosting out. Maybe a B split coming in here. See if they can go fast, but the Molotov's going to be slowing them down. That's one player going down. Kiev gets shut down by Cobra. And did it to 5-on-4, and now their options are very limited. As that MP9 referenced earlier is going to be doing some work here. He's going to be pushing through that smoke, I feel. Maybe get flashed in by his teammate, just rattling off shots there.
He's going to try his best here, and will build bank, but it doesn't pay off this time. Xylos finishes it off, though, by taking down Stuffin, and there goes Kazuya. Tizian, some of the hardest names we've seen all year, Henry. But either way, they're getting the kills required. They bring it back to just a one-man advantage. It could have been a catastrophe. Those 3 players, they'll all have full health, and Xylos, again, is going to pick off one, but the Deagle is actually there. Tizian with another kill. Cobra takes him out in the end, and this makes us now 3-1 guns to come back up this time on the T side, and already, immediately, Kazuya goes on to the AWP. I take it back. He dropped it for Kiev.
There it is. So an AWP for either team now. This is the first real gun run, I would say, as we've had a lot of back and forth ecos working out. So 3-1 in favour of the Swedish side. Cobra with the AWP on the CTs. And Kiev, as you mentioned before, he's got it for aTTaX. Let's see what kind of approach the CTs take on the first gun round. Normally you want to take something a little bit interesting sometimes, go for an initial pick. Let's see what they decide to do. Cobra has gone for an aggressive play. Gets the first player down on towards the boost. And now it's a 5-on-4 in favour of AliGon. You can see aTTaX now trying to work out how they can reposition themselves back into this round. They have one player, Kazuya, towards Toxic, and the rest of his teammates kind of just waiting and seeing if there's any reaction from the CTs with his man advantage. But this is the player we're looking at. Kiev needs to try and find a pick here.
It's a nifty little spot, isn't it?
Get something out of this. Don't need to face it, the CTs at all.
And there it is.
Why? Let's don't get it.
It's curiosity that kills the cat, Henry.
Like, you've already got a kill there. You've won the round. That's just... I always say this, leave. When you get the advantage like that, just leave middle. You go back to the bomb sites. You've got the man advantage. Use the AWP towards like quad or something, watch highway like that. Refacing that angle when you haven't got the pre-fire on it. He's got the pre-fire on you. It's a little bit scary to think about. But anyway, it's now a 4-on-3 in favour of the German side. aTTaX. 40 seconds remaining. This is a good position, though. Actually works out.
Matig gets another one. He's played aggressive inside B last round with the SMG. Now he's trying it with the rifle. It's Crisby to take him down in return, though. And it's now aTTaX with the one-man advantage. Like you said, that diminished the lead that AliGon had with that overcommitment. Kaboom, though, does have a chance to try and catch Kiev. They're all low on HP right now on the aTTaX side, so they're going to have to still be careful about this, and Kaboom will take Kiev. Bombs rushing onto A. No utility on the cross aside from a flashbang that could do much about it. And he makes it past that first Molotov.
Oh, no.
Kaboom, but Stuffin's found him through the edge of that smoke, and it looked like he might burn the bomb planter alive. They managed to get away from this, and it's all down to Xylos. And they've retreated as well. Crisby cleverly is going to try and get up on the mid-box in the corner, but aTTaX has got the second man deep inside of the A main hallway. In fact, he's going to hug the Locker's corner. He won't be expecting the peek. Xylos from that direction, and out they come. The first one down. They've got to be more careful this time on the re-peek. He's going to hold this as well. 3 seconds to go. Spots him now, and Stuffin's just got to buy the time, but there's not much space to hide in there, so all of a sudden, Xylos can turn back and get the defuse.
Very nice play from him. 2-on-1 situation. Positioning wasn't great from the T's. I really wasn't a fan of that. Like, once he got caught in that Locker's position, you just need to step out a certain angle, and you can actually see him hit in there. So, didn't really work out too well for them in the end. It was a nice idea. Potentially just needed to face at the same time and make sure they can, at least one of them's going to get him, making him have 2 targets. That was the reface from the CTs. It looked like aTTaX would have taken that one. They get the bomb down, they can justify another buy here. Had they had not got that, potentially would have been on another eco, but they're okay for now. This is a big round for them, though, as we enter round number 6 here. Looks like they're going for a fast mid play, going to be boosting players up. Ready for the Molotov, they can probably extinguish that themselves, which they do. The first kill's coming from the grenades, the Farmer getting the first one.
And this is really aggressive from Kiev. He's already made it up to white box. I think the farmer may have heard this, but either way, they're going to have to be careful about how they approach this because he's got bomb as well. We just saw it. He's going to drop it out, but he overcommits. Peeks a little bit too wide, and farmer spots him, goes back out, though.
Got the headshot.
Nothing's there. That's the problem is, yeah, I got the headshot, but the problem is they know the bomb's there now because on that re-peek from highway, he'll have spotted it, so they know they've at least got to recommit to grabbing it. As you said, Henry, though, they're not going to readdress middle. They've got the man advantage.
This is all you need to do now. Now you need to make the T's work for it. Don't give them any picks. And I think we've got a pause going for some reason. But anyway, the round will continue. That's what I'm talking about. You have the orb towards quad, watching to highway, then you have someone watching vents, and then you're making the T's in a difficult situation when they don't have the man advantage. Great shots there from Cobra to really secure the round. Just going to be Stefan remaining. Has got the bomb at only 7 HP now. I think we will be going into a pause. I couldn't tell you why, but that's 5-1 in favour of the Swedes. Team speaks down. We've had a lot of that this week.
Time to switch back to Mumble, baby.
Mumble.
Raid call.
Ventrilo.
Ventrilo.
What's another one?
Skype. Good
Skype.
one. Good one. Let's just get everyone in trouble. MSN video chat.
MSN Messenger.
AOL Messenger. You know what? Let's just go back to ICQ.
I used to love that.
Uh-oh.
That just brought back so many memories straight away. God.
I think I used that when I played Tribes 1, actually. My name on ICQ is Mrs. Roboto for absolutely no
Mrs.
reason.
Roboto.
Yeah. Isn't that amazing?
It's kind of weird.
It's a bit weird.
Like a 16-year-old be calling him, referencing himself as
No,
Mrs.
I think I was like 13.
Okay. That may be weirder. But
Yeah,
anyway.
There's always been questions about me, Henry.
Well, to have a look at the game currently going on, it's 5-1 in favour of AliGon. They're playing against aTTaX. This is the best of 3. We're in the first map cash right now. And we can see the money for aTTaX has been heavily affected here. Their team speak's gone down as well. It's all going wrong as we enter round number 7. They probably can afford to quasi-buy this. I'd say you can get some Tech 9, some smokes maybe. Not really worth force buying. You can get 5 kills if you wanted to. But I wouldn't be going for that right now. Let's see where they decide to go. So the quasi-buy will be coming in. The idea behind a quasi-buy, guys, if you're new to the game, it's like a partial buy. You're trying to use the loss bonus in your favour, keep your money around 2k, and then you'll have AK-47s next round. We still have a chance this round of at least getting kills and potentially a bomb plant.
Crisby, the one I said to watch, has only gotten 1 kill so far.
Early days.
It is early days. Their economy hasn't been great. But definitely something to note that he's had a slow start. Xylos, meanwhile, is on fire, and as is Cobra.
They had a fantastic pistol round.
That's
It went great for them. They won the round without dropping a single frag until the very last moment, and then all of a sudden AliGon come to life on the second round and just completely steamrolled it since then. As we patiently wait for TeamSpeak to come back, I think we can see some tweets coming in, but we don't actually get to read them.
That's true. It's a little bit low on the screen for us. That's unfortunate. I have it on my phone, but it's gonna be a 2-minute delay.
Yeah, it doesn't really work.
Doesn't work.
As we're referencing tweets aren't even on screen anymore.
That's okay.
Anyway, I think we are unpausing now. We're back, yes. Freeze time has begun. And the quasi-buy is coming in for aTTaX. Looking at their buy, let's see if we can work out what they may do. Haven't got a lot of smokes, just one. You could smoke off Z connector, flash over, try and fast boost some people over. Or you could smoke towards highway, pop flash, and see if you can get a bomb down that way. Looks like it may be the latter. And they are heading towards the A site. Let's see how this goes for them. It's going to be a pretty fast execution as well. CT will be ready. Actually, only one CT is going to be coming by himself towards A right now. Got his work cut out for him. There's the smoke.
Check it. Bounce it. It's going to land the flash just inside. Catches Kaboom entirely. Just gets his vision back in time to take down Kazuya. And he turns it back. Well done to take down Stuffin as well. But watch out. Kaboom! He's on fire right now. He's got 3 kills back and forth. And finally drops out the gun. Needs to be careful, Cobra, not to get caught while he rebolts that AWP. But it's going to be the nade from Xylos to close it. And it's now 6-1 for AliGon. Yeah,
nice work from Kaboom there. A lot of pressure. You can see his high sensitivity flicking around, trying to work out where the footsteps are coming from. But he reacted very well. Dropped a Molotov, did some initial damage. And then locked down the terrorists. They ran through his flames. Good stuff from him. Didn't get a plant down either. So successful round from AliGon that time. 6 plays 1 now. aTTaX can buy into this round. It's a reasonable buy. 5 times AKs, no AWPs. And you can see some aggression coming for the CTs, I think. They've sent 3 people towards B. thought they were going to go into storage with that one, but actually just going to be waiting for some sort of rush here. They've left one player towards middle, one towards A, so it's quite a high investment for them. Orb's going to be rattling shots off for the smoke, but the thing is, all 5 aTTaX players behind that smoke. They're not going to be aware of that. Interesting round about to come in.
Cobra blinded entirely. That allows the first player to get in, and a whiff on the second means that they can push onto the site. Making has gone down, and Xylos follows up. Those are 2 big misses from the AWP that create big problems now as they've got to retake the B site. Farmer gets inside the vents, but that's being watched very closely right now by Kazuya on the checkered side. And we see it from his perspective now. He's not going to budge. He doesn't need to. There's no pressure being applied elsewhere. If they get a pick inside from heaven, then he might start to shuffle out of there. But from now, Farmer just has to hope for the best and gets the best out of it. Kazuya goes down. That's a big play. As Tizian gets at least one more inside the site, though, and the rest of them are going to fall. Farmer as well. Kaboom's on the run.
Yeah, those AWP shots from Cobra could have been round defining as well. Actually, 2, I'd say. There were pretty simple procedures there. Misses those, and teammates die on the bomb side as a result. So, just those small nuances that can cost you rounds there. CTs should be able to buy into this one. They still have the AWP on Cobra. But it's a big round for aTTaX. He needs to make sure they can nail this one. A pretty successful round for them last round, so I think they still have a buy in reserve. Let's see what happens. Actually, it will be a very difficult buy. Only Tizian has the cash to buy into the next one, but let's see how this one goes down first. Round number 9 now. Won't be committing so heavily towards B. Going to be more of a traditional setup here, filling out the map. See if there's any CT rushing coming in. The Bruise coming in once more. Just be a careless face without any smoke or flashes towards connector. Let's see what he decides to do. Just trying to bait out a shot right now, but looks just trying to show a pixel. Oh,
that works. By Keith.
That's more than a pixel, that's an entire head.
They're going to boost mid as well, so they've already got the pick. Boost, good Molotov, very smart Molotov from Tizian. Xylos would have had to scurry away from the vents quickly, but didn't make it there. Tizian got him in transition. Kaboom's going to push, though. This through A main is actually quite smart. They lost the vents, they spotted 2 in middle, and he's got the audacity and the courage to try and make this play work. He knows they were on drop as well, so he's going to put the attention there. There's the spot. No shot fired. They still don't know that he's going to be wrapping around behind them.
They're going for the B play as well, so he potentially might miss out on his chances. It's going to be down to this man right here.
He should go quickly at this point because they'll be making enough noise that he can, and he is. According to the radar, he's full sprint mode, and it's going to be all Make-Ding on top of the site. He's gotten 2, and down they go. Kaboom comes in from behind to close it out.
Yeah, that round looked like it was far gone from AliGon there, but they somehow react very nicely. It's those kind of plays that win you round. You can't sit back once you've lost numbers at the beginning of the round. Something needs to happen. He made a play, like you said, it was audacious. It took courage, could have gone wrong, and they would have lost the round, but he got away with it. He got behind them, pincered them into the bomb site, and it was a nice read. Cobra's initial kill, I think we missed it the first time round. It's actually a really nice shot to get that first kill in, and then sort of double spray down from Mike Tig there to close it off, and there's the backstab from Kaboom. Nice little double kill there. Gets rewarded for his backstab. Oh, aTTaX. There's definitely a force spike coming in from them. Deagles, 2 Galils. Not much in terms of utility, going for this heavy B play once again. Not going to have the bomb though.
Xylos going to play the corner. That smoke will give him more conceal, but more importantly, he'll have Make-Ding to sit up above and try and distract. He's actually going to scurry out as that smoke goes away, so he doesn't want to overextend the welcome in that place. Good play from Farmer. Late through the vents at mid, and he catches them in checkers. He's a little bit cautious of the fact that there is still a lurk at mid, but that's good information gathered. He spotted at least 2 players there, so the B players can go more passive and get ready for the push. They have lost Make-Ding, but Xylos is still in good position. He's going to spot up one, but it's traded. Tizian actually beats him to the duel. Xylos didn't even manage to take down Kazuya, and as a result, Cobra gets punished. It's now a 4 versus 2, and both players are far away from the B site.
Yeah, 4 on 2. Kaboom and the Farmer remaining. They're not together either. Bomb yet to be planted, so there is time to work with. It will be planted just about now. You can see both players trying to work out whether this is actually viable for them. They need to find at least a frag in the next 5 seconds or so to even have a chance here. Let's see what they can do. The Farmer just trying to slowly make his way in. I don't think they're going to find anything here. It's a nice setup in the tees, not giving anything away. And now they're actually on the hunt a little bit. Yeah, I think the city's just going for pure exits here.
Yeah, pretty much at this point in time. Farmer may get, okay, well, may the operative word, get one, but he's going to run away now and try and hide inside of middle. So the next best bet comes to Kaboom, who lines up 1 easily, 2 potentially. Also not going to happen. And that'll do it. 3 Play one, stay alive, and the bomb goes to alternate attacks for another round on their T campaign. And first time in 2 times seeing Cash throughout the week, Henry, that the CT side is actually winning it. You're a coordinated individual.
Yes, I am. Well, 7 plays 3 now. aTTaX bouncing back. We can see the farmer has managed to salvage the AWP. But we've seen it many times before. Just one AWP is enough. It gives you the freedom to say, well, you need to do something here. You need to make a play. So go for a first pick. If he gets it, that opens the round up. And you can see that he's going for the play. He's going for the A storage pick, trying to make something out of this. But aTTaX are too smart for that. They're going very passive on this round. They know the money situation for the Swedes will be pretty low here. So perfect approach from them. Run the clock down. Try and see where the CTs are. Make them come to you. Don't walk into any crossfires. That's the main objective right now, as they are starting to shift their weights towards the B side.
Xylos, this is an information play with the knife out to get that really quick peek and fall back run. The issue with that B spot, that quick drop down spot from heaven, or anyone who wants to play in that position, is that if you get caught, if you get flashed, if they rush you, you've got a long way to transition back to into safety. The fastest way is to actually you can nail the strafe jump through the CT back toward tree, but that puts you out of the sight, smoke you out easily, and it's a bit of a risk. So for him to have the knife out, he's expecting to try and make it to generator, I would imagine. Either way, another push through A main. Farmer managing one, but Cobra goes down in his actions. They're going to catch out Tizian, who actually looked away at the wrong time, but kaboom, he can't land a shot. Peculiar enough as it is. Xylos is eventually there to execute, but it's a 1 versus 2 against him right now, as the bomb is going to be planted on A. No kit, no armor. AK at least recovered from the corpse of his previous kill. Gives him somewhat of a chance to make this happen, but they're already setting up the crossfire, and the bomb is easily planted for A main.
Yeah, not really much he can do here. He hasn't got a kit. Needs to find 2 kills. It would be their round to lose. If he'd even had a window here. Opportunity. There it is. Nicely played. We'll recover the AWP as well, I'd imagine. There it is. A little bit of an expensive anti-eco there for the Germans, but he managed to recover it in the end. 2-on-1. Played effectively. And looking at AliGon's money, they may want to take a double eco here. I think they will. They just want to get back to that AWP status, make sure they have control of the map. So another quasi-buy coming in, this time with the CTs. And I'd imagine aTTaX will be doing more of the same. They've picked up the AWP and he had a decent spawn, that's Kiev, so he'll be going for the face here. Won't be smoked off either, so he'll be able to gain a lot of information here. Calling there's no CTs middle whatsoever. You'd assume his teammates to come back and to start making their way up towards highway. As the full B stack has come in for AliGon right now. He'll be pushing a little bit as well. It's a nice shot there to take down Kazuya from the farm. He's got his way to Toxic as well. Does some damage onto Kiev. That's actually make them look a little bit uncomfortable here. So we'll be making their way towards A, I'd imagine now. Crispy waiting for any sort of aggression from the A storage.
This is Crispy's typical patience. He's not the one to go ahead and make the play. He's your late round player on the T side, but he's going to lead the charge as he was the closest to the A site. In he goes, checks all angles, and focuses now toward at least the inside of the site, because quad, they assume, is at least fired off. But the CTs are making this work. Farmer gets yet another kill. It's all going to come down to Crispy, and he drops the bomb. It's kaboom with the kill. He's low on HP, but great shot by Kiev. Quick reaction. It's inside the site, but watch his left. He's blinding himself up, and what a shot by MakeDig.
Yeah, nice round there from AliGon. Didn't really have much to work with. Nothing more than P250s, really. But somehow it works out for them. I'm not sure what Kaboom's getting out there. That's a little X. Is that a kiss? He's saying goodnight? Sweet Prince of a kiss?
Potentially.
I think that's a little bit of banter, Matt. I saw an X before.
Top bants, mate.
Anyway.
Daddy. Sorry.
And now aTTaX are on the Quasi. P250s, Tech 9s, and armor.
I just want to be like Paula.
Why would you want to do that?
That's a good point. I don't know. Nade in, Crispy damaged. Minor. Just 20 HP lost. 7 and out of that on Kiev as well, but Xylos contemplating his decisions and the decisions that he's made to put himself in a tight confinement within the checker room. They're not even going to go toward him. They're going to go inside the site, so he can actually pop out if they overlook this. Either way, Kiev's going to go in the site. Bomb's dropped on the way through. Xylos catches it in transition, but Kiev gets back into him. And the 2 players left are rotating from the A side. Fortunate that that bomb did get dropped, and Cobra's now stopped the regrab by Kiev. Means Steffan's in a really tight position. Smoked out of the site. He's going to push through it, or is he? No. Thinks better and goes back to checker rather than the direct entry And that bomb is just in front of Generator, just in front of the platform in the site. He's now picked up an M4, but Cobra's going to close it, and it's 9-4 for the Swedes.
A bit of an overcommitment there, to be honest, from the AWP, but they get away with it, so no harm, no foul. As we enter round number 14, this first half, AliGon building a little bit of momentum here. You can see the attack spy isn't fantastic. They've got 4 AK-47s, 1 Galil. Let's have a look at the utility. 5 smokes. When you've got this kind of buy map, I would normally suggest you go for a full execution. You want to go towards the A site. You want to try and do a full-on shower of smokes, I would say. There it is. That's what we like to see. It's kind of interesting, though. The way they threw those, it looked like they're just trying to bait out stuff. Like bait out some grenades. Like, it's kind of weird the way they threw those all over without any lining up anything, really.
I think is going to get Crisby down.
They're baiting it. The bomb's going towards B.
Keeve's now killed that player that was out close, though, and that's going to give away that they are running this position. There's 2 CT players quickly approaching the scene. One from Heaven, one at Tree. Flash going to catch the one at Tree, but he's close enough. Xylos to the wall to try and get away. It's going to be pushed by Stuffin, which is aggressive with the bomb, but knowing the situation, it works, it pays off, and now they'll go for a potential plant.
What's he get?
Down a man still, though. Stuffin will stay on the platform. The second player, Keeve, is going to sit way out toward those B tunnels, and there's going to be 2 that quickly flow through the vents and drop into checkers. That needs to be obligated by Keeve. He needs to spot this. Stuffin goes back over to try and help it, but above, on Heaven, there's still a player to deal with on his left side, which will soon drop down. The fire's going to do most of the damage, and that'll take it. That'll do all that's needed, and they'll get on top of the defuse quite quickly as well.
Yep, nice little retake there. That was kind of interesting from aTTaX. You can see where they were going with that one. Obviously, I said the round, like you normally, on these kind of, when you've got a weaker buy, you've got smokes, you want to do an execution like that, you want to throw all your smokes there. And I think that's the kind of fake they were trying to sell towards at A site. They threw all their smokes from pretty far back in T spawn. It didn't look like they had full lineups there, but it landed relatively the right positions. Sent 2 players in to try and sell that fake while the others went towards B. Went pretty well for them, to be fair, after they got into the bomb side, but then the 2-on-1 ended up being too difficult in the end. So AliGon get their 10th round on the board now. Last round of the half. aTTaX, not really much room to buy. So they only have 2 rifles here. And once again committing fully to this B site. It's going to flash through it, I imagine, and cause some chaos.
Tig flashed, forced inside the site. Xylos is smoked. There will be no support from him. Watch how close they are together. He's going to pop through this Xylos. Crisby's not looking, but blinded or not looking is good enough to get the kill as Xylos looks for more. He's going to get Kazuya down. A player we haven't spoken much about in the last few rounds. Stuffin's going to try to pop flash through as well. It blinds up both, though. It catches himself, and Xylos is able to hold it together. 11 rounds to the Swedes over the favored Germans so far in map 1.
Yeah, very strong half from AliGon there. After losing the pistol as well to get 11 CT rounds, very impressive indeed. As the matchup in his screen hasn't gone too well. Crispy, your boy Matt, only gets 3 kills.
Yeah, that's shocking. That's a really slow, very slow start for him.
So Zelos with 16 kills, and he's actually
he was the other guy I said to watch those, so at least I'm half right. Give me something, Henry.
I wouldn't say half right. I'd say like maybe 90% wrong. But
awesome, cool dude. Thanks.
Anyway, let's.
Have I told you how much I hate you lately?
Don't have to. It's apparent. AliGon now. They're going to be on the T side. 4 sets of armor, and Zelos is going to be your utility man. He's got a Molotov and a smoke grenade. So let's see where they go with this. 3 players. It's going to be aggression from the Germans towards B storage. This is pretty standard stuff. Not going to be rushing it though. More of a walk strat. Flashing as well. Nice first kill there. And they should be able to fall back now. Yeah,
Tizian's got to get out of there because he's lost that second man. Third man's coming over just to play support, get that flash in, and Tizian does get back into the site. They've got 3 there now from the CT side. Committed to holding it, but Bomb is thankfully fallen back to join the rest of his team, the C team, who's down a man but trying to get over to A as fast as possible.
Yeah, you can see the Bomb now making his way over there, but the thing is the CTs have read this pretty well. It is a 3-on-4 man advantage in favor of aTTaX. The T's know they have to move quickly, but Keeve with a lovely shot to take the Bomb down.
He's trying to find the last one. He's got eyes on it. Can't necessarily put his eyes down the sights of his gun, but now down goes Xylos, and it's the farmer who is trying to wait in middle to catch off rotations late to the scene, and Kazuya will find him. And alternate attacks thankfully pick up this pistol to try and put together a second half.
Yeah, really Well done there from aTTaX. That's a pretty standard CT pistol round. It's comparable to Dust 2, boosting up on short. A lot of teams will send some aggression into B storage. Obviously, if a B rush comes in, it's very difficult to hold if you only have 1 or 2 players there. So the idea is you have the manpower to flash them back and try and challenge them a little bit and get the call off early before they have a chance to even get into the bomb side. But here we go then. Second round comes in. It's a forced buy from aLiGon. An interesting buy, though, from aTTaX. They've actually got 3 SMGs and FAMASs here. They are all UMPs here. So obviously, we talk about that being a high armor penetration weapon. But still, interesting buy considering the outcome of that. Let's see how this one goes down. Looks like it'll be an A attack coming in from aLiGon.
Crisby back toward highway. The UMP bought 3 times in this round, and against an armor on round 2, that's the right SMG to have. So we'll see if that pays off. The nade's going to go in. That does big damage. Kaboom. And Zelos both going down low. 37 and 45 HP remain respectively, and Crisby's blinded up, but just going to tap through that smoke, as is Tizian, playing for the retake on A. It's a safe and secure round. The bomb plant will give money to aLiGon, but as we see with this force, it may not be enough to put them over the edge. Keeves on the flank. Keeves caught out, though. Kaboom, a great shot to take him down with the Deagle, and into the site they go. It's even better as Make takes down 2 inside the site, and all of a sudden, Kazuya and Crisby are forced to clutch this out. They've brought it back so far. It was a 4 versus 2. Quick pop flash from Kazuya to defend his teammate. He can try and hold on to this right now. He's going to desperately want to, and it's done already.
Wow, what a round that was. Good decision to make that full defuse come in. Obviously, like I said before, when you're stuck in the squeaky door towards A main with a bad plant, it's almost impossible. All you can do is just run over and hope they haven't defused it by now. When you've got a teammate to back you up, throw flashes down, cover you as that bad plant is in there. But this was an interesting part of the round. Mektig, 2 P250 headshots there. At least brought them a step closer to winning that round. They get the bomb down. It means they can justify some P250s this time. And here we go then. A fast A play coming in once more. A couple of smokes. That'll be towards quad, towards highway. 1 flashbang come out. And to see if you can get a bomb plant. More of the same. It's interesting. It's a good decision to go towards A. That's where they got most of their kills. They'll probably be assuming they won't have as much utility over that side of the map. So let's try that again. Here we go. Here comes the play. Molotov will be slowing them down there.
Well, Kazuya snaps to his left and finds good old Farmer. Takes him down. But is the farmer's daughter still home alone? That's the better question. Kazuya is going to take down Make now as well. Bomb is going to try to be planted, desperate to get more money in the round. But that's cut off as well. Alternate getting all over that. Kaboom with only the 1 kill in the round, and it's Crisby to close it. 2 more for him this round. So he's starting to build to that total, starting to get momentum again. CT side is his specialty.
Yeah, that bomb gets denied, so potentially stops the AWP coming out. On the Swedish side, they're going to have 5 rifles here. I've got a full arsenal of utility as well. You can see it's only going to be Maktig missing the Molotov in this buy. Looking over towards the CTs, they haven't fully recovered just yet. As one player is on the FAMAS, that's going to be Stefan this time. They've got 3 incendiaries in fact, so they do have a decent buy going into this one. Let's see what kind of play we can be expecting from the Swedes here. We'll be Molotoving towards that boost position to stop any fast plays. Let's see what the CTs have planned here. Maybe pushing into A main now.
Crisby's been boosted. Could work. Could be checked. The things we just don't know, Henry.
We don't know.
But we will soon find out. I'm going to re-smoke that A main as well. That may not be checked now as a result of it. Not only that, they should have spotted the fact that there was a few shots fired off of the edge of the forklift. But the interesting thing is that came from spam, I believe, from long. Not inside of A main, and Mektig's taken down both. He snuck up highway. They had no eyes on middle, and he catches off the boost in Kazuya and Crisby as well, and it all falls apart. Finally, alternate attacks get a response frag into Mektig, but he made the play all himself. As now Tizian's desperate to get back in the site. Bomb not planted. That's the salvation in this for alternate attacks, but now that the site's smoked off, they'll easily be able to cross that over toward default.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what the plan is here. I'm going to be doing a decent flashbang that potentially delayed the bomb long enough there, but it's just going to be Tizian remaining. Actually makes something out this as he just get taken down. Actually, was pretty impressive towards the end to actually get the 3 kills they got in the 4-on-2, but aLiGon have responded, and that has crushed the economy of aTTaX now. Let's see where they go with this. They will be buying up into it. It's not going to be the best buy, that's for sure. 2 players on pistol, it seems. That's going to be Crispy and Tizian. They're on Desert Eagles. Stefan, I think, has an M4 as well. Yeah, he's picked that up. So, no kits. This is a really difficult round to go ahead. If they lose this round, Max will cost them 2, I think. So let's see what they can do over the AWP. Is going to get absolutely massive here. It's going to be Keeve. See right now, he's actually playing towards B. And the Eagles are towards mid.
Crisby desperate to make a play. AliGon getting a round that was very important. Look at the economy. That 11th round buffer they had. Keeve with the AWP is trying to make a play. This is sneaky. May catch. Make no, the timing, it's just off. And he recommits to it, which means he's stuck out there. The AWP's gone already. As Make with another big frag for AliGon. Luckily, Stuffing gets back into Zelos, but that's still a massive loss from the CT side. They're going to boost Crisby. No run boost, nothing fancy. They know they have A to work with right now, and slowly but surely, imagine through middle, they'll try and work onto that site. Tizian spotted it, but Kaboom's going to go ahead and investigate regardless.
Yeah, massive round here for either team. Say aTTaX need this more. If they lose this one, money is absolutely done for. So it is a 4-on-3 in their favour, but the Arsenal doesn't suggest that just yet. As AliGon are making their way through the connector. They've got a CT waiting for them. It's just going to come down to a real small matter of timing here. Who's going to get the advantage here? It's going to be aTTaX this time. He takes down Tizian. Now brings it back to the 3-on-3. And they're going to be making their way into the B bomb side relatively quickly here. And how much CT resistance can they actually offer here? Not much, as Stefan does get taken down. Rotations from the vents do work out for aTTaX. Like I said before, huge round. Bomb will be planted. No kits though for the CTs. Now it's a 2-on-1. Just Kazuya remaining.
Kazuya is going to try and make this work. He knows one's at checker. This is interesting. Farmer. Kaboom's made the call but isn't peeking, and that makes things so frustrating for Kazuya, who wants them to. He's managed to lure one out, but couldn't turn around fast enough, and Kaboom will hold on to it.
That could have been pretty sick.
Just make sure he's dead there as well, why don't you?
It was a really nice play from Kazuya, actually. Like, he didn't have many options there, and he almost made that work for himself. Like I said, big round there for the Germans. Looking down the barrel of map points here, and they pretty much have to take an eco on the chin here. Nice shot from aTTaX on your screen right now, taking down the AWP towards Toxic. And this was a huge kill as well. Another big round for the boy. aTTaX. As we go to number 21 now, pretty much full eco from aTTaX. They're playing the long game. You can see AliGon reading this pretty well as well. They've got 2 MAC-10s, allowing them to enter bomb sites first and get some reconnaissance onto the bomb site, whether a stack may lie, and even if you drop her MAC-10 there, it's not a huge deal. And obviously against armor and long range, it's not the most effective weapon.
I'm MAC-10. I got to do it every time now. We'll see if it gets the money, baby. But Zelos is going to sit inside A main. He's the one that has to react when the first player makes the call, and he does it so accordingly. Cobra with the second kill. That came out from Squeaky, but Tizian so far away. Okay.
Yes.
Have something to drink, mate. How about some Molotov for you? McDignau is going to follow up with the MAC-10, trying to do battle and take out stuff in the last remaining player. He'll do it with the P250. It's sufficient, and 14 now. 2 to go.
2 to go indeed, and the money still isn't great in the CT camp, but it's enough to get something out of this. Amos once again, no kits. They have got smoke grenades, and time and time again, I will bring this points up. When you're in this sort of position, you have no single kits. It's normally kind of favoured to try and push in, try and find a kill, get the round in your favour any way you can. Even if it's like an inkling, you can get a kill into A storage, flashing in, just trying to make a play happen. As you can't allow the T's to be able to work full freedom here and get the picks. They're going to be boosting up pretty fast as well. It's going to be the AWP. Cobra misses out narrowly. He's just going to have to drop off because of that Molotov blocking him. But huge chance there to actually open up the round. aTTaX definitely up against the ropes now. So every smoke grenade is going to be so important to them. They've got 2 remaining. And a lot of time on the clock still.
aTTaX waiting at middle. They could almost feel the presence of the heartbeat on the other side of the wall. Oh, yes. I wonder if he's going to flash this. If he goes, that's going to land perfectly. He knows it, but he can't find it. Crisby gets the kill instead, and McDick goes down. So you thought correctly, but you didn't execute in a way that was conducive. So that's now going to give the advantage again to alternate. And Crisby's going to stay here. He's going to shuffle over to the other side, the opposing side. Tizian will be the distraction, and Crisby may get more. Never mind. Cobra goes over the top of the drop and takes him immediately. And Stuffin falls immediately after to Xylos. aLiGon looking poised to take number 15 away, potentially, from alternate attacks.
I think you might be right, as they do have pretty much full control of this B bomb site. That is testament to it, but there's a rotation coming in. Tizian finds one. Looking to get the second towards Checkers now, but he's going to be denied at the moment. Forced to go back to the side. Kazuya does hit down Cobra, and all of a sudden, the advantage has gone in favor of aTTaX. Bomb is down towards B storage right now. Just going to be the farmer remaining, as he has one to find on the B side. The other player is going to be towards middle for now, so 20 seconds remaining. He does have an opportunity to get the bomb, and he gets his kill on the bomb site. May be able to make something of this. There's the face. They know where he is now. Just going to come down to his next kill. There it is. It goes in favor of the farmer. Oh, that's going to be...
This is big. This is big. He almost caught Kazuya.
He can still plant. That's too early to run off from the CT, unfortunately.
Well, this means he can actually peek out as well, and the farmer will reap the rewards of his crops.
He looked a little bit scared. The aTTaX player didn't really have to run off that situation. There was ample time to plant. I would say apply the pressure. If you are facing him, at least you've got the opportunity to put him in a position he didn't want to be. He actually let him plant in cover, and then he was the one trying to come back and actually be on the offense. So a little bit of panic, I would say, there. But it's 15-7 in favor of aLiGon. This game is over, I would say. Looking at the buy for the CTs, not really much they can work with. UMPs, FAMASs, Scouts, Deagles. This would be a round for aLiGon to throw away, unfortunately, for the Germans. And that's the first kill to kind of seal the deal. It's Cobra taking down Kiev. And then also Stefan with the Scout towards that B storage area, trying to lock it down.
Kazuya taking over lockers will give some advantage if they walk back toward A main. The only question is, and Farmer out toward long, did he hear that rush through the smoke on the way there? And I'm not 100% sure that he has. Not only that, they're going to push A main further than this. Kazuya's going to walk out. Make's going to spot him. If he had just fired, he may have had that crosshair prediction correct done. And it's Crisby and Kazuya down just like that. aLiGon looking all but done and dusted with this map. And I have to say, it's a bit underwhelming from the Germans so far. They're going to have to find
pistols
something.
as well.
That's true. That's actually shocking when you think of it that way. As Tizzy in the last stand on top of the site. The rotation late and slow. Farmer's got him down. And Stuffin's going to come half to make a 1v5 with a Scout.
Yeah, good luck, my friend.
Or a Deagle.
There it is.
There's one. Oh, I was hoping he